What's up, everybody? This is Chris Rowley with Champion Sound Entertainment, and today I want to give you guys a quick view of everything we did with Allen Chapel AME Church. So we'll start with our sound system we did, and then we also did their video, which is switchers, cameras, and things like that. You could actually see one of the cameras in the background right there. So here we go. Let me give you a tour of that. Okay, so coming into the sound booth, as you can see, we have the cage for our rack mount. We have that, so we'll open that up. And what we did, we went with a antenna distribution center here, which there's two fins that we're using. For some reason, there's a couple dead spots within the church. We're still trying to get the kinks out on that. So we have our distribution center. We also, which connects all of our microphones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, but they're actually double. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 microphones. We also have, the pastor has his microphone, which is a Shure, I believe it's the SLX model. It comes with the microphone and the body pack, handheld and body pack. We have that connected to the distribution center. We have our 8 microphones connected to the distribution center, which is running an announcement mic, which usually sits over here. There's a pulpit mic, which sits here. Pastor has his own mic, and then everybody in the back, which is our last 6 mics, are the mics for the choir. Okay, down lower we have a Bluetooth, which is by Denon. We have a Denon Bluetooth, which they can connect their cell phones, tablets, computers, whatever they need to do with that, just in case they have a presentation and somebody comes in and they have music on their phone, they can Bluetooth them in with that. Under that, we have our power distribution. So everything's sequenced on. It'll come on in sequence, so the mics will come on, the soundboard will come on, any other added things that we have, like the network, the Netgear network will come on. So those will come on in sequence. We also have our Wi-Fi stereo system, which is connected, and it sends it out to the Northex, or it sends it out to the lobby, all the way back. Okay, now going over to the soundboard, we have a StudioLive 32SC soundboard. They had a real big soundboard, but we switched that out. And basically, it's a 32 channel, 16 here, and then we have 16, which is back in the closet, which is our stage box. So that gives us a total of 32 channels. We also have our monitors. So our monitor mixes are here. Basically, like I said, 32 channel board, 16 on the front, 16 in the back. Here, I really like this board. I really like this board. It has many features. It also has a user feature. So for me, I set them up where it has, if you can see that, I don't know how clear it is, but like the pastor's mic, pulpit mic, announcement mic, choir mics, Bluetooth, computer, things like that. And if you go to the second page, we have our drum sets. All our instruments are on our second page: keys, bass, tracks, those things. Now, what's cool about this one is it has a user page. So I hit the user page, and what I did for them is I connected everything that they'll use on a daily. I put right here on the front page, so they don't have to dig deep. So if they have any volunteers, they're able to come in and just say, okay, pastor mic, pulpit, announcement mic, those are always being used. Our choir mics are always being used. Keyboard, tracks, bass guitar. And then what we did was we set up our vocals, instruments, and drums, which are also set on one fader. So if you can see over here, we'll look at our vocals. So our vocals are from 4 to 8. So now if I come here to this vocal, if I mute the group, you see the whole group mutes. Also, once we get our vocals set, we can turn them down as a group. Come to vocals, come here, and you'll see the faders over here move. So we can bring them up, and they come down as a group. So they still stay within their range of volume control within everybody, but we could also make that raise or lower. Also, we do that with our instruments. You see our instruments here moving, which is our tracks, drums, bass guitar, and our keys. And then of course our computer is set separate, and our Bluetooth is set separate. And actually what I need to do is switch this one, because we gave them a USB connection for their computer, which goes from digital to analog. So we'll switch that here. So we'll select the fader for that. We'll actually hold it down. And if you look here, we're able to change it. So we'll take it off of our old computer link and we'll put in our new computer link. It's here, CPU 1. So now that changes to CPU 1. And I'll show you that in a second, what that is. And then we'll just come back out of that. And now we're back in our settings. Now up here, we have them linked. So we have a left and right on our computer. We have that linked. We also have, I wanted to show you, we also have our keys linked. We have a left and right on our keys. Second page. We have a left and right on our keys, so those are linked. So that's 2 channels, so we're able to do that. And of course, when you move one channel, they both move. And with the microphones, we have our batteries, rechargeable batteries. So we have a set of those, which is about 16. And I forgot to show you guys, we have a drawer. I also put in a drawer over here where they're able to house extra batteries. We have the Amazon batteries. Extra mics are in here. So this is one of the extra mics. And the microphone is actually a X2 microphones. These are actually made by the same company that makes the Shure mics and stuff, so there's a pretty good brand. Here's the body pack that the pastor is able to use if he wants to have a lapel or a headset mic. He has that. Coming along over here, we have our Netgear router. So the Netgear router we have connected to the soundboard, which we're able to take our phone, which I'm recording on right now, or we can take a tablet or iPad, and what that does is let them access the soundboard through their phone, tablet, or iPad. So all those that are singing or instruments, they're able to also control their volume from their phones if they want to control the volume that way. And then again, our other fan. We also have the choir set up with inner ears, which we're using the X-Vive. Well, they use them sometimes, and we also have monitors up front, so we have monitors in these. So we have the X-Vive, which these are the receivers. These are the transmitters. So each choir and instrument has their own inner ears. They're able to control the volume. Now with that, the way we have it set up is they can't control individual instruments, but they can control their volume as a group. So each person can control, I want to hear more instruments, they can hear all the instruments, or they can hear all of the other vocalists as we're going. And then they'll relay that to us. If they want to hear anything extra, then we're able to boost or turn that down. Over here we have our video side of production, where we're working with our ATEM Extreme. We have 4 cameras connected into our ATEM Extreme, which is connected into our computer. So when they do live streams or just want to record video, we have our 4 cameras, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are throughout the church. And I'll see if I can point those out. There's one right there. Let me try to zoom in on that. There's one there. There's one there. We have one on the other side, which is here. Move my finger out of the way, which is there. Try to zoom in on that one. And then we also have one back here in the back of the church. So they have a 4-camera system, which they're able to view through the ATEM Extreme with the switcher here. So this basically try to do it so you can see both parts. So right now we have a preview feed and a program feed. Our preview feed is where we can get set before we go live with that view. So if we want to switch camera views, and then we want to get on the drummer, so then we'll hit auto, and then we'll send it to our program feed. Now over here, which is our camera joystick, we're able to control the camera. So right now we're on camera 2. So on here, I'll hit camera 2, enter. It'll come up on screen, and now I'm able to control that camera with my joystick, go in, out. And then we could also do presets. So if it's back here, and let's say we want to do a preset, which they've written down some preset scenes for that. So if we want to do a preset, what we would do is we would go here, call preset, and let's say we want number 3, which is a side view. Enter, and it switches views. So now that gives us a side view of the pulpit from camera 2, which is the camera on this side of church. And now if we want to switch it again, we'll go camera preset 1, enter, and it sends it back to the drums. So that's how we do our presets, or how we have it set up for them to do presets on here. And that's all live streamed out to the audience. And then we also have it where it's connected to the projector screen, which you can't see it, it's not down, but there's a projector here. And we have one in the back here. So those are where if we want to show slides or anything like that, which our slides come from our computer. Get that back live, which comes from our computer. Now our computer is also connected, which it shows here. So we're able to go through and say we want to use our computer scene. So that's the preview, and if we want to show a still picture or whatever we're doing on our computer, we want to have that showing on our live stream. We will hit our auto, and now we're showing whatever was on the computer. Over here, we're showing that on our live stream. So that's how all that is connected. Again, ATEM Extreme. We have our joystick controller, 4 cameras, all connected to our computer, which we're able to send that out. And they're using, I believe it's called vMix. I had them on ProPresenter, but they wanted to switch out, so they switched out to vMix as far as their live streaming program that they're using. And they're also using a Windows computer. We had them set up with a Mac. We switched it over to Windows. It made it a little bit easier for them to control their programs. Okay, so coming out of the sound booth, we have one camera here, one camera over here, going to the front of the church where you'll be able to see the stage box. We have one camera here, and we have that one camera all the way up front, which gives us the audience view. Center of the church, we have a projector screen here, which we showed. Other projector screens there, so that's the back of the church. So so the pastor and all those in the front will be able to see what's going on there. We set them up with, we got 2 top speakers here. We have the pastor, or the pulpit has 2 monitor speakers, which are here. They're joined but by power, but not by our sound and what we put out. So we connected all of those. We ran the wire here, and then the choir also has monitor speakers down here on the floor. But again, they're separate. And when we want to just turn on the power for all the speakers, we have a switch here. We set them up with a switch. So the monitor speakers for the choir and the monitor speakers for the pulpit, that's how those are turned on and off. If we come into our closet, everything's mic'd up. We have our organ mic'd up, keyboard is mic'd up. Also have a drum set mic. Some pieces we have overhead, kick, and a snare. Those mic'd up. This is our, for the bass guitar, he's mic'd up. In the closet, we have our stage box, which is ran by one Ethernet cable all the way to the back of the church. In the sound booth, we had to run it through the wall, all the way across the top to the back, behind the wall, and over to our sound booth over here. We also have two EV 15-inch subs, one on each side, which are also controlled separately from our tops. So that's something you want to do. Make sure you have your subs separate from your tops. You usually want to run your microphones through the tops only. And then any instruments and music, you can add your subs as needed. So that's our setup that we put in, our install we did for Allen Chapel AME Church here in Daytona Beach. So if you have a need for your audio or video media ministry to be upgraded, make sure you connect with us, Champion Sound Entertainment, Chris Rowley, and you can hit us up on our website, which will be posted somewhere here or somewhere here. And you can also give us a call. We do consultations for free. See what you might need for your church. And we'll holler at you later.